Well, guys, and I'm making this quick video just to clarify a few things. So as you guys must have noticed, yesterday after the closing bell, oh sorry, 2 days ago, that's on Friday, after the closing bell, Digital World Acquisition Corporation took off like a rocket heading to the moon. In the after hours, the stock went up 29.12%. Many people, I'm sure, missed this. I myself, I was busy with something else. I knew the day was done. I knew that was it. Only for me to see some messages coming after the videos I did, and one of the videos getting a lot of views. Then I went and checked, and I noticed that Digital World Acquisition Corporation was trending very high. So Digital World Acquisition Corporation, the executives at that company received subpoenas, and that had to do with checking and seeing the communications they had with workers at Trump Media and Technology Group and other possible acquisition targets. After a while, the executives at the Trump Media and Technology Group in turn also received subpoenas, but it turns out a couple of days prior to that, it is being reported by reputable outlets that former President Donald J. Trump had left the board of the Trump Media and Technology Group. Now, whether that is true or not, it's not unclear to me at this point. But let me show you guys what I found. There's this article from Market Watch, which I think it's you judge for yourself, but it's one of the publications people use to know what's happening on Wall Street. And this article from Market Watch says that Trump left board of his media company ahead of subpoenas filing shows, and that was on July 7th, 2022. This is in direct contradiction to the statement that has been put out by Truth Social, and it says that President Donald Trump is still a member of the board, and in fact he is still the chairman of the Trump Media and Technology Group. So I will spare you guys reading through the article, but if you go to Market Watch, you can find this article out there. So after that, there's also something that happened that might have been a major catalyst, which is Elon Musk finally said he is backing out from the deal to purchase Twitter. So all of those things came together to a head, and the result is that when President Trump made a trip to Alaska, he talked about people signing up for Truth Social. The final effect was everybody jumped on Truth Social. People were looking up how to invest in the company, and now we have this spike of 29.12% in the stock that occurred in the after hours. Since the beginning of the year, the stock has dropped a lot, and you guys can see in the 52-week range we're talking about, which is a 1 year period, the stock has been anywhere from $9.84 and all the way up to $175 US. The company for a long time was valued at above $1 billion, but right now it sits at $912 million of stock valuation. So to conclude, I have to say that many people realize that to invest and almost kind of replicate the kind of success in personal finances and in the stock market that former President Donald J. Trump has had, the easiest and most intuitive way that they could do that is simply by buying Digital World Acquisition Corporation stock. So I think that is part of what is fueling this massive, interest and run up in the value of Digital World Acquisition Corporation. So it's up to you to make your own decision, decide for yourself, look at the facts, and determine if this is a good investment. But I can assure you guys, if Digital World Acquisition Corporation and the Trump Media and Technology Group merge, and the sparking is allowed to occur, then this company would be worth a lot more. With Elon Musk pulling out of the Twitter deal, this will become basically the major social media, instantaneous communication device that many people will start using. Elon Musk leaving Twitter, even though Twitter has so many users, it has the brand recognition, it has the name recognition, it has somewhat been discredited because Elon Musk must have realized that there are just way too many bot accounts than the public actually is aware of, and that's why he's pulling out of the deal. So we just have to wait and see if Twitter is going to sue. If they do not sue, then it means that the bot problem over at Twitter is really bad. But if they sue, then I think we will have some very crazy facts that will come out in the course of the trial. So that's one, something to keep a very close watch on. If Twitter doesn't want to sue, it means that the bot problem is worse than even the public might imagine. And if they do sue, then that will be a very interesting case. However, we do have to give former President Donald Trump props for his recent visit to Alaska. Those crowds, I don't think Alaska has ever seen those kinds of crowds. It was just mind-boggling. He filled up an arena in Alaska. I don't think even the major league game going up over there will fill an arena, because you have to think, these are people from all walks of life, Democrats, Republicans. Many are just coming to see the man in person, in flesh. And I think it was really an eye-opener of the pulling power that former President Donald J. Trump has. Also, about Elon Musk, I think that he finally came to the realization that instead of buying Twitter, he has the technicians, he has the means. He could actually build his own social media company from the ground up. He has a massive following. Whatever he says, people hang on like it's the gospel truth, and people yearn for this kind of leaderships, like former President Donald J. Trump. His people, the people who follow him, who listen to him, they are really passionate about doing that. It's the same with Elon Musk. They just have this natural tendency of whipping up the passion in people and making people so devoted to their cause. And I think that is their strength. And when they go on platforms like Twitter, they actually bolster and they strengthen the companies like Twitter. So even though they thought they did well, I don't know, it's up for judgment. When they kicked out former President Donald J. Trump, and former President Donald J. Trump, being the businessman he is, he realized he had almost more than, I think, 80 million followers on Twitter. If he could migrate even just a quarter of those people on the new platform, he would have hit a home run. And that's exactly what he did. And initially he got denied cloud services because platforms like Twitter and even Amazon, you need vast computing power. You can't just rely on a simple desktop in somebody's basement to handle the amount of traffic that those companies generate and the kind of instantaneous reactions that they demand. So he tried many times, and finally it's when he got on with Rumble that he was able to get the kind of connection services that he needed for the platform to actually work. And so far I think it's been working good. And they also announced a few changes to the Truth Social platform. It's quite extensive, but the one that caught my eye was that now you can actually post videos up to 10 minutes long. But for the most part, people are very straight to the point, so you'll see mostly very short video clips on there that go straight to the point, and it makes the discussion there much more streamlined and interesting. So more and more influencers, captains of industry, political leaders are moving on to Truth Social because it's gaining traction. With the midterms coming, you have most politicians who go on there not only because they feel like they are obligated because that's where everybody is, but the discussion that's taking place on there is quite vibrant, and they don't want to be left out and or left behind. So that's why you see many politicians these days are signing up for Truth Social, and I think the platform has very good days ahead of it. The last hurdle that they're waiting on, I don't know how much longer the judicial process will take. If they've issued subpoenas, it means that the DA of the Southern District of New York probably has enough elements that he thinks that he has a case. Otherwise, that might just be a delay or a bump in the road. But if this SPAC goes through, then Digital World Acquisition Corporation stock will easily be worth, I would say, from a year from now, about at least $100. 2 years from now, at least $300. So that's just my prediction. Well, let us know your thoughts below, guys. This was rather long discussion, but I just had to come back and clarify that even as I speak to you right now, in my mind, I don't know if former President Donald J. Trump is still on the board of Truth Social or if he has left. You have contradictory stories, you know, from the filings that were done, and also you have another contradiction from Devin Nunes, who is the CEO of Truth of the Trump Media and Technology Group. Anyways, let us know your thoughts below, guys, and yeah, Digital World Acquisition Corporation is back, and it's back in a way that I don't think you can silence it or cancel it so easily. Thank you for your time. Have a great Sunday. Catch you guys on the next one.